Okay, so we're gonna start the same thing. We're gonna do Gauss elimination with these steps, and my goal is to get ones in a diagonal. So 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. All the other numbers I don't really care about. I just care about that main part. So this is the problem I'm going to work with. I had a typo. This is supposed to be a 0. And I'm going to check for standard form. So I have x, 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 y, y. Oop, my y is on this side, so I need to fix that one. And then I need z, z. Again, that z is on the wrong side. And then I need to have the equal sign. It looks like that number's on the wrong side of the equal sign, so I need to fix it. So I'm going to fix this equation first. X plus 2y minus z. And then after z, I need the equal sign. So this 5, I'm going to move it to the other side. When it changes sides, it changes signs. So positive 5. For this one, I need x. My y needs to be moved up first. It didn't cross the equal sign, so it's not going to change sign. The z comes after it, and then 0. Now that it's good to go, we're going to bring those numbers down. 3, negative 1, 2, 0. 1, 2, negative 1, 5. Again, I'm just getting the numbers in front of the letters in that order. And I have 2, 3, negative 4, and 16. Now we're going to focus on the goal. My first goal is to get a 1. Luckily, I have a 1 here already, so I can switch these two rows. Switch row 1 with row 2. Go ahead and do it, and then we can check that we have the same thing, but you need to try it first. Pause the video, try it, and then we can check that we have the same thing. Cool. Now that we switched, we're going to make sure that we have a 0 here. I have the 1 where I need it. Now I need a 0 here. So when you need a 0, you multiply and add. So in this case, I'm going to multiply row 1 by negative 2. Negative 2 because I need to get rid of this 2. So it has to be the same number, opposite sign. And I'm going to create it from here. So multiply here by negative 2. Negative 2. Negative 2. And we're going to add that to row 2. So drop and add. Drop and add. Go ahead and try it. Pause the video. Try it. And then we can compare answers. If you're not trying it by yourself, it's really hard to learn, y'all. So you better pause the video and try it. All right, so this is what I have so far. Make sure we have the same numbers. Now we're going to move on and make a 0 here. You're going to do the same steps. You're going to multiply row 1, but this time by negative 3 because it has to be the opposite of what I'm trying to get rid of. So same number, opposite sign. And then I'm going to add it to the where I want to get rid of the number. In this case, it's row 3. Go ahead and try it, pause the video, try it, and then we can compare answers. So this is what I got. I got the 0 that I needed. And now I need to move on to this number here. I need to make this a positive 1. So I'm going to divide by itself so it becomes a positive 1. It's going to be my next step. Divide row 2 by negative 1. Divide row 2 by negative 1. Try it, and then we can compare that we have the same answers. All right, so here's what we need. We need this to be a 0. So whenever you need a 0, whenever you need a 0, we are going to multiply and add. So that means I'm going to multiply and add one more time. I need to get rid of minus 7. So I multiply by positive 7 on row 2. Not negative 7. Positive 7. All right. The reason I multiply in the middle row and not the top row is because if I multiply by 1, I get a 7 back. And I cannot add 7 here because I cannot move the 0. I need it to stay 0. So when I multiply by 0, it stays 0. So go ahead and try that real quick. Okay, y'all. We're almost at the end. We just need a 1 here. So we're going to do the last step, which we've done a few times. By now, we're going to divide. If I need a 1, I either switch or divide. In this case, I'm going to divide by the number I'm trying to get rid of, which is 19. My other 2 rows stay the same. Go ahead and try it real quick. Should be the last easy step. Perfect, y'all. The last thing we're going to do is put the x's, y's, and z's and equal sign back where they go. So x plus 2y, this is x, this is y, this is z. Sorry, x, y, and z. So minus z equal to 5, y plus 2z equal to negative 6, and we have a z equal to negative 3. We're going to plug in that z here, so that y plus 2, negative 3 is negative 6. So y minus 6 equals negative 6, so y equals 0. And then plug that in back to this equation where x plus 2, y is 0, minus z, which is negative 3, is equal to 5. 0 is gone. X plus 3 is 5, so x is 2. My answer is 2, 0, negative 3.